Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconological and Temple Architectural Perspectives. We go to the site, we found out what is the difference in architecture, in iconology or iconography. Both are different. Graphy is what we see and logy is what is the logic behind it. So both things we go and analyze there. We also compare that with the other sites which are similar. We gather information from local guides, from local people, also from the videos available on the net, that is in YouTube, or information on Google. After all these things, we analyze and find out what is the peculiarity of that site. So today's topic is Jambulingeshwara. Where it is? It is in Pattadakal. Pattadakal is in Bagalkot district of Karnataka. Now the site is famous, that is the Pattadakal, for coronations. However, different temples were constructed here after experimenting at AIHOLI. So AIHOLI was a laboratory. They were trying, experimenting different things and implementing in Pattadakal. So Pattadakal in that way is the outcome of what was the ideas in AIHOLI. We must visit both so that we will get the ideas how the temple architecture has evolved. With this brief, let's go to the today's topic of Jambulingeshwara temple. This temple is small. However, it has got its own unique features. Let's go and find out there what are these unique features. Hello and welcome. To know why Pattadakal is important, there are two things. One thing is when it was formed, at what stage of temple construction this place Pattadakal came into existence, and why of all the places they have selected Pattadakal as the place for such a huge, gigantic, marvelous, beautiful temples. Now we'll know step by step one and another. The name Pattadakal means it has come from the word Pattabhishek. Now what is Pattabhishek? Is the crowning ceremony of the king. So crowning ceremony of any king has to be in a best possible place. It has to be auspicious place. Now how Pattadakal becomes a auspicious place? Because the river Malaprabha, though usually it flows in south direction, but once it comes near the Pattadakal, it takes a turn and start going towards the north direction. And this particular sign they take as the auspicious. That's why for crowning ceremony of any king, for any auspicious occasion, they have selected Pattadakal. Now second is its chronology. Pattadakal has come after many experimentation at AIHOLI. AIHOLI was considered as a laboratory. Now after the experimentation of laboratory in AIHOLI, they started implementing in Pattadakal. Now all temple development, right from the rock cut till such gigantic constructions, beautiful constructions, you can see in this area, particularly Badami, AIHOLI and Pattadakal, and all were by Chalukyas. Now after certain days, Chalukyas lost to Rashtrakutas. However, in spite of that, the development of beautiful temples did not stop. It kept on happening more and more. Now once we enter this UNESCO protected area or premises, we can stand at one place and observe that there are multiple temples. Now how to identify a beauty and chronology as far as time is concerned, I'll tell you. From here we can see three types of shikharas or vimanas. Shikharas is a North Indian word and vimana is South Indian. Now why we have both? Because from here you can see both types of temples, South Indian as well as North Indian. South Indian are called as Nagaras and South Indian are called as Dravidian style. So both are seen here, and that's another beauty of this place. Now once we stand at the entrance, we see Kadasiddheshwar then Jambulingeshwara and Kashi Vishweshwar as the smaller shrines. Smaller in the sense as compared to the other one, but if we really consider them, they are beautiful and adequately large. Now there are two Dravidian style of Vimanas now called, we should call here, are seen from here. They are Sangameshwar and Virupaksha. These are the two South Indian typical Dravidian style temples, and the most important thing, Virupaksha temple was constructed in honor of king when he had a victory over Pallavas by his queen. So a gift by a wife to the husband, or a victorious husband, let us call it. He has a good victory. Now let us come to the combined type of Dravidian as well as North Indian, that is Nagara type. They can also be called as Rekha Nagara. We have seen in details why it is, and we are going to also see when we will see the individual temple. Here we are going to have just a overview. Now similar temples of Rekha Nagara type you can appreciate in Jagannath Puri and Konark Surya temple. So they resemble that. As we have seen that there was a good exchange of architecture between north and south, and we have got lot of combinations. And typical Dravidian are Sangameshwar and Virupaksha. Then they have given a typical name for all these combinations. Maybe because Chalukyas had done it, maybe because at the time of Chalukyas it was done, so it was just named as Chalukyas or Chalukyan type of temple architecture. Now here also we can see many inscriptions. Now speciality of all this is they are donated not only by the queen, not only constructed by the king, but even a common man has contributed for this. And the great part of king is he has mentioned their names, and also the names of the artist is also written over there. Now once the temple, once upon a time considered as the center for the religious rituals, subsequently all social functions start taking place in the temples, as we have seen just now, a coronation ceremony of king, or maybe some celebrations of particular auspicious days of a year, or what they call as the particular god has got particular days on which it is worshipped by enlarged people. So also they are used for the other cultural activities. So that we are saying a typical presentation is the Ladkhan temple, which was initially as a town hall or a village assembly hall, which was subsequently converted into the temples. Now we have seen all in detail why we are calling this, why a structure resembling like wooden structure is seen at Ladkhan temple. So also many architectural wonders we are seeing here. Now with this brief, we are going to see now each and every temple individually. So let's get going to the individual temple.
Here we are seeing three temples. First is North Indian, second is South Indian, that's Dravidian, and if you see last one, that is the third one, it's the Chalukya variety, Chalukya type. So we got three temples in a row, we can see from one place, and that's why the place is more important. That's why UNESCO has accepted it as a monument of world. This is the same as that of the
Nandi Mandapa.
Karalingam, which we have seen just now. This also belongs to the same one. There is pattern is same, architecture is also same type.
And you know the top of the super
Jambulinga temple.
missing the Amalaka, Kumbha and Kalasha. You know the Amalaka, Kumbha, Kalasha.
The important fact is, see at the Kalasha, it is missing Kumbha, Amalika. So which we will see in the next temple. In this temple it is missing, maybe destroyed by the invaders.
And in front of that Shikhar, the one front project is there.
So the Shikhar is incomplete.
And in the center, the circle, in the circle, Shiva and Parvati.
The speciality of North Indian is Shukha
Nasi.
Nasika, means parrot beak. Now this is the speciality of North Indian temples which we see here, but the Kalasha and Amalika are missing. That means it is destroyed or it is not there.
This is a big complex of around 8 temples. Out of the 3 are big and some are of medium size. However, every temple is unique. In that we are going to see which one is Jambulingeshwara. As the name indicate, the temple should be of Shiva. Now either it is Jambulingeshwara or Jambulinga are same. Both names are there. By both names they are called, and we are going to see what is the speciality of this particular temple. This is an indication by ASI archaeological site. Incidentally, this is a UNESCO site also. That means it has got recognition world over, and they have recognized it. And under the care of ASI and Karnataka government, it is excellently maintained. This is a small temple behind the Ganganatha temple, and it is having a curvilinear shikhara, that is in South India called as Vimana. Its outer wall has figures of Vishnu, Ardhanateshwara and Lokulisha. Now the best part of South is a combination of Shiva and Vishnu. Whether you are Shaivism or Vaishnavism you are following, no matter. It's same, it's equally important, and they come as the combination of these two. That also we are going to see in the iconology, how they are shown as a combination. So both were equally important. So also those who were worshipping Shaktism, they are also same. Everybody was accommodated in same temple. Now Jambulingeshwara temple, also called as Jambulinga temple, I told you both are same, is a variously estimated by ASI and that by Michel. As far as I am concerned, we believe in ASI. Reason is very simple. The ASI draws conclusion on the basis of multiple findings. There are multiple people involved, multiple scholars involved when ASI study is going on, and most important thing, ASI has got more scope towards excavation, going in the inscriptions. So these all technical ability, the ASI can go in better, but anyone can believe whichever way they want to believe, whether it is 7th century, 8th century, doesn't make difference for us. It's more than almost 1200 years old, and still it is standing. It's giving us unique features. That's enough for us. The temple is built around a square garbhagriha, that is sanctum, whose outer wall features intricate devakoshtas. Now devakoshtas are the additions after 7th century. Before that, the temples did not have devakoshtas, but after that, almost all the temples, particularly those which were built by Rashtrakutas, we find the devakoshtas are there. These are the small little niches in which there are some deities, and usually they are in 4 sides, they are on 2 sides, but usually they are on 3 sides at least. So devakoshtas is a speciality which was introduced in this temple, but also many other temples of Pattadakal has got these devakoshtas. Now inside the frames of images of Vishnu, on its north, Surya, that is God. Surya is a god, we consider Shaktism. And its west is a Lokusha to the south. So these 3 gods are seen here, that is Vishnu, Surya and Lokusha. The temple also experiments with an idea of projecting Sukha Nasa. Now what is Sukha Nasa? It's a projection which comes from the Vimana or Shikharas, that is usually towards the entrance side, or usually Shiva temples faces east side. Why? When the sun rises, the rays should come directly to the Shiva Lingam. So that is the main reason why they face east. Obviously,
whichever is facing towards gate has to face east, and this particular projection also faces in the same, that is called as Sukanasa. So Sukanasa is a projection from Shikhara. I'll show you when we'll see the actual pictures, or you can collect it, which I have shown you at the beginning of this lecture. Now because it faces the east, it can get directly sunlight over the Shivlingam. That is the best part of it. The Nandi too is provided with a raised platform, which is damaged, partially ruined, and Nandi images shows signs of erosion. That is because of the atmosphere and the aging process. This is a red stone. Red stones are comparatively soft as compared to granite, and they are more prone for the changes in atmosphere. Why they are red? That is because of iron oxide. Now dancing Shiva, Nataraja with Parvati and Nandi on his side in front of the arch, that is Sukanasa. In the Sukanasa, these two things we can see. The style of temple is northern, that is Rekha Nagara style. Dravidian is South Indian, Nagara is North Indian. There are various combinations, and all these things, best combinations you can see at either Aihole, Pattadakal, then Badami. In addition to the caves, Badami also has got three important temples, that is Upper Shivalaya, Lower Shivalaya and Bhutanatha. We have got detailed cassettes, detailed lectures over all these things. You must visit them. So this is the type of variety, that is the Rekha Nagara type, is a combination of South Indian and North Indian type. Then Amalakha and Kalasha. Kalasha is the highest portion of the Shikhara, or it is above Amalakha. So first is Vimana in South India, Shikhara in South India. Then the North Indian call this as Shikhara, South Indian call this as Vimana, and above that is the Amalakha. What South Indian has got is a stupi. What North Indian has got above it is the Kalasha. Kalasha usually indicate pure water. It is kept on top. So here what we have got is a Kalasha, as it has got more influence of North India. The entrance of the Jambulingeshwara Mandapam is decorated with 3 shakhas, each with a Purna Kumbhas below their capitals. A swan themed phrased over the passageway with a faint remains of the carvings of the swans, quotas and salas. So these 3 evident you can find there. Now archaeology is a branch which deals with all these things, that whichever things are not properly seen, whichever things are partially seen. In spite of things not seen, the surroundings can also tell many things about it. Now this is a beautiful premises. I told you it's one of the purest, cleanest and best. If anyone want to sketch a landscape, I think nothing can be better than this. And especially if you go in the morning like we went there, it's a glorious, and you see sun rising, you see temple silhouettes on it. Now this temple will show you the Garbhagriha, then above that is the Shikhara. Shikhara, I told you, is Rekha Nagara, because you can draw a line. Rekha is a line, Nagara is a North Indian, and here Sukanasa you can see this is a projection. Here you can see this is Sukanasa and this is a projection from Shikhara. It always faces towards the entrance side, so it will face also east side because the temple opening is door is on east side. Now these indicate certain changes at this stage, and all this experimentation you can see at Aihole also. That was a laboratory, and also here also. Now same temple we are going to see from all the direction. Now what's this the Sukanasa is showing? See what it is Nataraja. and the temple is Jambulingeshwara, that is the Shiva temple. From all sides we are taking photographs so that you can have a good three-dimensional view. One of the temple architecture point of view, see how the stones are interlocked. They are interlocked in such a manner that they will not get dislodged, and they are bearing weight of the Vimana, that is Shikhara. So how much strong they should be, and not only that, they are there for more than 1300 years. So without any cement, without any adhesive, the things are still there. Now we are seeing here Garbhagriha and Shivalinga. On a pedestal, but there is no active puja going on there. There are no rituals going on. Now this is another unique feature of the Chalukya style, that is the grill lattice. In the stone they make these windows from which air can come, but this is actually can be called as a signature of Chalukyas. They introduced it, and wherever you will see this, you will think of Chalukyas, and above them you are seeing are the Ganas. Now where do you find Ganas? Ganas are there always in the Shiva temple. If Ganas are with Shiva, they are called Shiva Ganas, and if Ganas are outside the temple, then they will be called as only Ganas. They are meant for protection, especially from the bad elements not entering the temple. With that, we are coming to end of this lecture. I thank you for giving me your time and kind attention. I hope I have added a knowledge, and next time when you will go to see a temple, you will see from all point of view, whether it is Dravidian style, whether it is Nagara style, then it is combination of Nagara. Best combinations where you will get Aihole, Pattadakal and Badami. So when you see Badami, don't forget to see other temples also, and here when you will see each and every temple, try to analyze in which way it is different from other. With this, let's come to the end of lecture. Goodbye, take care, and we'll meet again in the next lecture. We have got multiple lectures on different topics. Do visit our channel.